Islamic cleric recommends the Quran as the best teacher for mankind. FCT minister pledges the administration support to the Nigeria Legion. And winner of Glow Festival of Joy receives key to 3-bedroom bungalow. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Frama Panye. You heard the headlines and now details. Visiting Imam at the Apol Legislative Quarters Mosque, Sheikh Hasib Nur from the Legacy Institute, Saudi Arabia, says the Quran remains the best book for moral, social and ethical rectification for mankind. This spiritual reminder was contained in his Jumu'at sermon. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
Sheikh Hasib Nur told the congregation that Quranic rectification at 3 levels of individual, family and society is the foundation for moral uprightness that the entirety of mankind requires to function. Self-introspection and an ideal Islamic model of living is what the Islamic scholar recommends for the congregants.
The message of the Quran is 3 objectives. Number 1, Islam and the Quran is the greatest personal development and rectification mechanism in the world. Number 2, rectification of the family. And number 3, rectification of the country and the land. How do we do so, and what the Prophet ﷺ taught us in doing that? In 2 ways. Number 1, not rejecting when someone asks us to correct ourselves, and not looking down upon others. Being in the service of the weakest of people, as that is the source and greatest strength of our country. As the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, you are not given your provision and you're not given victory except by the prayers of the weakest of you.
He further led a special dua for Allah's bounties, global peace and unity of the Muslim Ummah. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mohammed Musa Bello, has pledged the administration's continued support to the Nigerian Legion, particularly widows and children of the nation's fallen heroes. The minister made the pledge when he received a delegation of the National Planning Committee for the emblem decoration in Abuja. Onozi Yakubu tells us more.
The team was led on the visit by the National Chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Major General Abdul Malik Jibril, who decorated FCT Minister with the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem. The minister thereafter gave the directive that all staff and visitors to the FCTA wear the emblem before accessing the premises of the Secretariat, and urged all to purchase the emblem to support the activities of the Nigerian Legion.
Effective from tomorrow morning, and in line with the directive of Mr. President, all staff and visitors to the FCT headquarters here and all our FCT offices must wear the emblem till January 15th.
The national chairman of the Nigerian Legion commends the minister for the support the Nigerian Legion has enjoyed from the administration and solicited more to ensure the success of yet another year of Armed Forces Remembrance Day.
God will leave a chunk of this emblem here to be sold by the ministry, and then at the end of the day, the return will be made to us through an account that will, a letter that will bring the emblems will be attached, and in there contain our emblem appeal launch account.
The next Armed Forces Remembrance Day will be celebrated on the 15th January 2023. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
To ensure active participation of Nigerians in political activities, irrespective of religious affiliation, the Priest Peace and Justice Initiative, a social arm of the Palace of Priest Assembly, has organized a one-day training on open governance and electoral process in Abuja. Again, Onoze Yakubu brings us details.
Citizens' engagement in the electoral process is key to the participation in democracy, thereby enhancing good governance. It is to this end that the Priest, Peace and Justice Initiative, the social arm of the Palace of Priests Assembly, organized this training workshop on open governance and electoral process in Nigeria.
When people are not informed, when people are not educated, when people are not rightly empowered, they don't know what to do. So the first step is education, which is what PPJ is doing.
Not only to get them involved, but to get them committed to ensuring that the right thing is done.
Participants, who are Pentecostal leaders and workers drawn from different parts of the country, commend the initiative, which they describe as crucial to gain the right kind of knowledge required for effective engagement.
The objective is to create awareness around the open governing partnership, and also to mobilize them to add their voices to the issues around transparency and accountability.
Me, for once, I have never voted before, but with this that is actually happening now, considering what is happening in the nation, I have now the intention and feeling that I have to cast my vote too.
Stakeholders say the training is preparatory to the 2023 general elections. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Organizers of the ongoing Glow Festival of Joy promo have handed over house key to the winner of a 3-bedroom bungalow, Mr. Okorie Chukwuruben. Okorie Chukwuruben is a 46-year-old photographer resident in Orozo, Abuja. Serafina Okon-Umokwe reports.
A lifetime job. The story of this man has changed from a lifetime job.
After 24 failed attempts of picking up his calls and was almost going to lose out, grace found him. Mr. Okorie Chukwuruben before now resided in a suburb of Orozo in the nation's capital with his family in a 1-bedroom flat apartment. Today, his story has changed from tenant to being a house owner.
It is real. I cannot express the kind of excitement I have for now. From 1 room to 3-bedroom, it's only Glow that can do it.
The Director General, National Council of Arts and Culture, Otumba Runshewe, charges other telecommunications giants to emulate the efforts of Globacom Nigeria, while the regional manager of the North Central Operations, Olufemi Kaka, says they are keeping up with the promises made to subscribers.
You can see that the life of somebody have changed, and chain reaction to the family, immediate family, large family, unborn children of even his family will be touched with this property.
Today, we have gathered here to witness as we take the prize presentation a notch higher with the handing over of the keys to this 3-bedroom house with 2 rooms PQ at the back to the lucky winner.
You know the code to that *611# and you are there. Hallelujah.
The 2022 Glow Festival of Joy promo has its terms and conditions, and to be a part, one must be a Globacom subscriber and must have subscribed data of 20,000 naira to qualify. More lucky winners have to smile home with amazing prizes. In Abuja, Serafina Okon-Umekwe, NTA News.
For the latest happenings in the business world, let's join Serafina Okon-Umekwe.
Welcome to Business News. I am Serafina Okon-Umekwe. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has expressed readiness to pursue appropriate policy in measures that will spur activities and accelerate development in the capital markets. This was at the 2022 Pearl Awards night held in Lagos. The Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, Lamido Yuguda, said the Commission is also committed to the development of the commodities market ecosystem to complement federal government's efforts towards improving agricultural and solid minerals sector. Besides, Dangote Cement PLC at the event won the Sectoral Leadership Award. Yuguda assured stakeholders that the Commission would continue to support, engage, and collaborate with stakeholders, providing a level playing field for the companies to thrive. The Manufacturing Association of Nigeria has said that the negative growth of the sector's gross domestic product may discourage potential investors from putting Indian money into the manufacturing sector. This was while issuing its position on the current GDP rate in the country. The association said the trend was sending a strong unfavorable signal to potential investors in the sector. A statement titled Position of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria on the GDP report by the third quarter of 2022, as released by the National Bureau of Statistics, indicated that the current GDP rate and technical know-how required to promote the industry. The preservation of the unique African heritage is often demonstrated in the traditional tie and dye fabric popularly called adire. Umidin Haliru, who caught up with Nike Okundaye, owner of the large adire factory in Nigeria, reports for Business News.
The tie and dye fabrics are commonly produced in the northern and southwestern parts of Nigeria. In the southwest, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, is home of the adire tie and dye fabric. Nike Okundaye, who hails from Kogi State, has been in the business for many decades. She says tie and dye fabrics have attracted buyers from all over the world and are really promoting made in Nigerian textile industry.
I feel happy because the adire is now taking over. Look at our friend.
Hello,
she come all the way. Just because of this adire, she come to Nigeria.
I love her work.
And she follows.
I admire her work, and I'm impressed.
Now adire is taking the World Expo. They are on runway in London. They are on runway in New York. And Nigerian textile is coming into fashion.
Adire comes today with simplified stenciled designs and stitch-resistant designs called Kampala. Umidin Haliru reporting for Business News.
That's a wrap on Business News. The news continues shortly. I am Serafina Okon. Thank you.
And now sports. A grassroots football club in the FCT, Pride FC, has emerged champions of the Ote for Wealth Cup National Football Tournament held in Abuja. Francisca Bile reports. Now, details of that will come in our subsequent bulletin, and that's the English segment of the news tonight. But don't go away. Translations coming up shortly. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
Azan ba shi da ba yi ba ci ba wai wi sai kun kwa wai in wona na iwo abada zaza isha da je zuma obuniye wa go ba gai shekofie no jibei no apo legislative quarters weyin yakun shekofie no na yo habis no owo yawo na ye wa ga mutu no Saudi Arabia kin wa ga shekoi peje selanya akoni jin peje manai non kwa wu hwece manai tata zankocinya non sapa da Abdullahi Ajiya wale shi ba wai bai na bidai wa gange abai non waye jin apma ne ce osa no wa bai jin wai go shi ko bada gance ina ye wai gange shoko bi bada peje selaya wa gange akoni jin anya non kwa wu abo ngun ata zankocinya ebienya bedo nyezenyan wenga akwai nwa zokoji no ebi zakoi baji apmache na bage waga ebi tata weche wewu ebi enya ngo baji apmache nanu nyezeye nkwen waku shoko yiwe ntuko tunu apegi eyinya ebo nkwen Minister Ekinzindaya Muhammadu Musa Bello onku gna Akinzinda atunde jimba nge bala bwache be bache ba godia majin gai tuntun no akuri bedo no ayin gai nu azaba nu ba betna ba za wewe tuko tuno abeji e kinyabo onkoyin ozanu ale sheba wobe na beda nge yakubu onese yakubu wa nge minister we daden nsai nwe go gbedogun abo awon kanya ekinya sepa abada kaudanya nu azabo nu bakuhwi gbabie gbedogun ya nu ayo bada kauda am jibrin we ku minister jinyugun nu ayen nu aye ajin apmache ntna onko belen abada kaudanya aipa ba hwibo nchedo ba gigi minister wela ogbega nge tnetn gwamnati da dere anya ko laka ansu asi ayen ban a chebabwa na bai zazahai wajin apmache asanwa be atntn bache gbedogun mbanu begin bai shi abo awe nchede nu azai mbanu jin apmalo nu apabui zoku bedayen e gapo gbelo nu apabui gbe nge gloyin baku batntun zakanwa Sarafina Okon umekwe wangege baye la gnabiebwa nu ayiwoge okore chukwu Ruben bayin la nyakun gawo nu ajiwa bayi ogun ata okore chukwu Ruben wo ye nlolo shinyi cheten she abe mawo wo tuntun okonuge wo jin jejeluko zankochiya la nyanu won nalo njigba na ikogo orozo nko lodanu ekin zindayen te we bwa ajiwa ba ayakun ngun atanya yeun wo be jin azanu wo be dan yakun we gba ata ama eyan ko laka anaye wala ze aza nwo puwa lolo danu ekin zinda she ko ye ehyan ko ka wolanu nsu abo babwa wole lainu sai ko nai
Jama'a masu kallo barkanmu da warhaka. Ga labaran namu a takaice. Mai karantawa Safiya Isa Aminu. Limamin da ya ziyarci masallacin Juma'a na 'yan majalisa da ke Apo Sheikh Hasib Nur da ya zo daga cibiyar samar da ilimi ta kasar Saudiya ya bayyana cewa Alkur'ani shine babban littafi da ke koyar da ingantacciyar rayuwa ga al'umma. Wannan shine sakon da ke cikin hudubarsa ta sallar Juma'a a yau. Wakilinmu Abdullahi Ajiya ya bayyana mana cewa Sheikh Hasib Nur a lokacin da yake gudanar da hudubar ya bayyana cewa Alkur'ani littafi ne da ke ilmantar da bangarori guda uku da suka hada da mutum da iyali da al'umma baki daya. Shine kashin bayan samar da tarbiyya ga dukkanin al'umma baki daya. Ministan babban birnin tarayya Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello ya yi alkawarin cewa shugabanni za su ci gaba da ba da tallafi ga tsaffin sojoji musamman matan da suka rasa mazajensu da kuma yaran da suka rasa iyayensu a fagen fama. Ministan ya yi wannan alkawarin ne a lokacin da yake karɓar bakuncin wakilin kwamitin shirye-shirye akan tunawa da tsaffin sojoji a nan Abuja. Wakilinmu Onoze Yakubu ya bayyana mana cewa tawagar tana ƙarƙashin jagorancin shugaban ƙungiyar tsaffin sojoji General AM Jibril wanda ya sanya ma ministan birnin tarayya Abuja bajan tunawa da tsaffin sojoji na shekara ta 2023. Ministan ya bada umarni daga yanzu duk wani bako da zai shiga harabar ofishin hukumar birnin tarayya Abuja wajibi ne ya sanya bajan tunawa da tsaffin sojoji. Ya buƙaci sauran al'umma su sai bajan don su bada gudunmuwarsu. Masu shirya bikin gasar murna na Glo sun miƙa mukulli na gida mai ɗaki uku ga Mr. Okori Chukwu Ruben ɗan shekara 46 wanda yake sana'ar ɗaukar hoto a unguwar Orozo da ke nan Abuja. Wakiliyarmu Sarafina Okon ta bayyana mana cewa wanda ya lashe gasar da yana zaune ne a unguwar Orozo da iyalansa a gida mai ɗaki ɗaya. A yau rayuwarsa ta canza daga mai biya haya ya zama mai gida kanshi. Shugaban hukumar kula da al'adu ta ƙasa Otumba Rusewe ya buƙaci ganin sauran kamfanonin sadarwa da ke ƙasar su yi koyi da kamfanin Glo, inda shi kuma shugaban sashen da ke kula da yankin arewa ta tsakiya na kamfanin Glo Olufemi Kaka ya bayyana cewa suna ƙoƙarin ganin sun cika alkawarin da suka ɗaukan ma abokan hulɗarsu. Ƙarshen labaran namu kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Ekele m gị Igbo wem, etu a ka anyị si anabata gị n'akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Ọka akọ ka bụkwa m Rachel Ifi Ono gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Onye imam si esi bịa n'ụlọ okpukperechi ndị Islam dị na Apo Legislative Quarters, Sheikh Hasib Noor ekwuola na Koran bụ akwụkwọ kachasị mma n'ihe banyere ezigbo agwa mmekọrịta mmadụ na ibe ya. Abdullahi Ajia wetara akụkọ na nke a bụ ihe ya bụ imam jiri mere okwuchukwu taa mgbe ha na-ekpe ekpere maka Jumat. Ya bụ imam dukwara ha niile n'ekpere site na ịrịọ Allah maka ịdị n'otu nakwa njikọ ọnụ n'etiti ndị okpukperechi ha niile. Minista n'isi ala anyị Muhammad Musa Bello ekwela nkwa na gọọmenti isi ala anyị ga-anọgide na-enyere ụmụ amaala Naịjirịa aka, ọkachasị ụmụ nwaanyị di ha nwụrụ nakwa ụmụaka ndị agha nwụrụ anwụ. Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na ya bụ minista kwere nkwa mgbe ọ nabatara kọmitii ndị na-emepụta ihe eji akwanyere ndị agha ala anyị lara mmụọ ugwu nke nwa bekee kpọrọ emblem n'isi ala anyị. Onye isi oche na ya bụ kọmitii n'ala anyị tokwara ya bụ minista na enyemaka na nkwado ya ma jirikwa ya bụ ohere rịọ maka nkwado ya ebe ndị agha ala anyị nọ n'afọ ndị ọzọ na-abịa n'ihu. Ndị chịkọbara emume ndị Glo na-eme iji tie ndị ahịa ha aka n'obi enyela Maazị Okorie Chukwuruben igodo maka ụlọ o ritere site na ya bụ emume. Serafina Okon Umekwe wetara akụkọ na Okorie Chukwuruben bụ nwoke gbara afọ 46 bi n'ime obodo Orozo, bụ onye ọrụ ya bụ ise foto, abụrụla onye akụkọ ya gbanwere site n'ibi n'ụlọ mmadụ bụrụ onye nwe ụlọ nke aka ya. Ha gakwara n'ihu kọwapụta ụzọ onye ọbụla nwere mmasị ga-esi keta oke na ya bụ emume ha chịkọkwara iji tie ndị ahịa ha aka n'obi ma tinye ọchị n'eze ha. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Chebere anyị n'izu ụka na-abịa. Rahụ jụụ.